All right, so excited for this one. Today we're going to be doing, sorry, I dropped the box, Jedi Bob's Starfighter. Uh, Real excited to do this one for a couple reasons. A, the ship is very reminiscent of Anakin's custom Jedi Starfighter, the Azure Angel from the 2D series that he had back in the day. Um, Mainly just the cannons here out on the side, and then these front hyperdrive engines up here. Really cool look. This one's in red, obviously. His was blue. Um, but yeah, very cool, unique stylish ship. A little change up. This is one of the Rebuild the Galaxy sets. I just watched Rebuild the Galaxy recently, all the way through the first and second season, or 4 episodes. So it takes 2 hours. It's like watching a movie. Uh, Pretty good, pretty fun. Obviously made for kids, but with all the sets coming out for it, it's cool to get the context for the characters and the ships and what they're doing and why we're getting them. It gets you excited about some other ships you see in the background and stuff that I think they can make in a really cool set. So, obviously, we got Jedi Bob. Jedi Bob is a character from 20 years ago, unnamed Jedi from a set. I believe it was the Turbo Tank, I think. Back when they did Yellow Figs, became an iconic character as just like a random Jedi they gave us. Usually they give us named main characters. So really cool that they brought him back. We get a refreshed version of him, but still in the iconic like a yellow color. Um, and yeah, so I got the characters out to show. Um, so there's Jedi Bob there. You can tell. I don't know if the camera is gonna be that good a quality, but he definitely looks like an older version of his past self. Um, and so that's cool to get the aging, but also still to get the yellow. I really like these new capes. The old capes were really stiff and starchy, and they would crease and they wouldn't fit well with stuff. These new capes really flow. They really feel like Jedi cloaks, with that really soft, bendable material that you can really stage up. So really happy we get an updated version with that. We obviously get an Akbar Trooper, which is from the show. Kind of a unique, cool build to get. Just a basic Stormtrooper body, but getting an Akbar head is always cool, especially if you don't have one. So fun to have him there as just a opposition to Jedi Bob. And then we have Servo, who is the droid companion in the show. He actually talks and speaks. So cool to have a droid with some personality. Just a little brick built character, but fun to have to stage. I really doubt he's going to fit actually into the ship. These ships don't have astromechs. He doesn't in the show. So just two extra side characters really, and then Jedi Bob, who will get stationed up in his starship here soon. So those guys all set off to the side, and we'll get to building. Like I said, very excited for this unique starship, and a show that was surprisingly good. So let's get going. All right, holy cow. Bag one of, I think there's 4 done. What a big ship. This was like surprisingly, you build it, the first part comes in like 2 different sections and you combine them in on the final step. I thought this ship was going to be right back of the engine to here. I feel like this is substantially large ship. Very excited for the size and scale of this thing once it's all done. So bag 1 done. We'll get to cracking a bag 2. All right, bag 2 completed. Bag 2 was cooking. We got all 5 engines on, plus the hyperdrive ones up front. It's got folding landing gear. This little nub that lines up with this brick in the back to hold all the weight back there. So it'll sit, and then you can pull up this landing gear. And then cockpit pieces all done with control panels and the seat and stuff. I've seen some mods to this thing. I'm building this thing straight up the way Lego wants it. But I've seen some mods on this thing I'm definitely going to do later that close up some of these. Like, I don't know if you can see my... Oh, there you go, yeah. Like these gaps up here in the cockpit, they close that up, and then they make rear landing gear that also folds up so you can really fully deploy it. I'll definitely be looking to do some of that. And then the only other secret thing is under this piece here is a banana and a carton of blue milk. So cool to get another blue milk carton. It's not the printed, crazy, detailed one, um, but cool to get, you know, a little storage hut in there as well, especially with no astromech. Uh, cool to have a little storage spot, put some stuff or put his lightsaber or something like that. So bag 2 done, and we'll get to cooking on bag 3. Okay, bag 3 done. Looks like it was one of the wings. It's really cool to see the build process and how they, like all these triangle pieces you kitty corner together to make this straight slope up here to the front. The way they're able to do these off lines in Lego, which is their whole thing is straight lines and square blocks clipping into each other, is very cool. And then one of the things I really appreciate is these ridge pieces here. They're like, I don't know, those like those 1x2s or whatever that have that extra rid, like the railing clip on it. It on the wing side fills that gap that would be there, like, so you can see like a tiny little gap. It fills that gap, which is not a thing on the Obi-Wan Starfighter, and it looks not great. It's something I want to fix on there. So I'm really glad that out the box they have, you know, red and white and color coordinated gap protection in all this. Is very cool. And then there's obviously spring shooters and then these big cool guns on the wings here. I just think that looks really cool. Excited to get the second wing on there. Final bag, so I'm assuming it's that. And then we'll see what this thing looks like all displayed out. So stand by. All right, fully completed Jedi Bob Starfighter. Look at the red V on that. All the cool coloring is good. Love the big drives up front. Yeah, I just think it looks a lot like Anakin's custom Starfighter back in the day. I always loved that 2D Clone Wars show. So really cool to see. I like this single folding landing gear down. I'm going to make some custom ones for back here, but all the different engines, how it all goes. There's a clip underneath for his lightsaber. So good place to store it for when he is inside. He fits in that cockpit with the new capes. They bend around pretty well, so pretty cool. You don't have to like fully take the head and hood off your figure and disassemble them just to pop them in and out of the starship. You can really jump them in and out when you're playing around pretty good. But feels good. Great swooshability. But yeah, beefy starship. Love having this thing. Yeah, again, some mods I want to do to it, which I'll do in a separate video at a separate time. I got to hunt down some pieces and stuff, but pretty cool set out the gate. Again, with the yellow minifigure, such a good throwback piece. Very happy with it. So thanks for watching.